Hello, guys, and welcome back to once again another live stream here on the VB Thomas platform. It is once again another King of Leagues evening here on Friday evening, as it is going to be 4 leagues battling for the top position today. Hopefully, a lot of people can score some good points today. Hopefully, we will not be seeing a lot of crashes or DNFs. Let's get straight into it. As last week we saw Aiden from the Everyone's Welcome Racing League win the race with Toby from Racing League Esports in P2 and Fade from Syndicate Racing League in P3. So Silverstone was actually a very good race to see because everyone was quite close to each other and all that stuff. We saw some clean battles from, I think it was Aiden and Logan, if I'm not mistaken. But today it is going to be a race around COTA. So COTA might have, well, a lot of you probably know that COTA is a track in the United States with the United States has a population of 336 million people. The first Grand Prix ever held was in 2012, with the most Grand Prix won on this track is by Mr. Sir Lewis Hamilton. He has won 6 in total. The quali record will be around 1 minute 32.0, and the lap record is going to be around 36.1. Welcome, Thomas, in the chat. Welcome, everyone who's actually in the chat. Hope you're having an amazing evening. Well, you probably are if you're going to be watching King of Leagues, because this is the best event there is out there. So make sure you follow the channel. If you haven't followed the channel yet, welcome, Muffin Man. And this is going to give a bang. So let's talk a little bit more about the track layout, because we know that COTA is quite a difficult track to master. There's going to be a short qualifying with a 50% race afterwards. So that means there's going to be around 28 laps. The best overtaking opportunities to happen in turn 1, turn 12, turn 13, and sector 2 straight, as you've got that long straight coming out of turn 11. And I hope a lot of people, well, I hope we will be seeing a lot of overtakes through there. Circuit length is going to be quite a long track, if you ask me, around 5.5 kilometers, and the race distance will be around 154 kilometers. So now talking a little bit more about the strategy, as the tire degradation is really high on this track because it's quite a long track. You know, the tires don't last too long. But yeah, of course, that gets compensated with the with less amount of laps. Then we have got tire overheating probability quite high, but the tires I would be suggesting are either starting on the mediums or starting on the hards. Starting on the softs is going to be difficult. You know, high tire degradation rate, high tire overheating probability, so you're probably going to be crashing out with your softs very easily. Then yeah, of course, if you start on the mediums, go on to the hards. If you start on the hards, you can go on to the mediums, and then at the end of the race on softs when there is a late safety car. So that would be my strategy prediction for COTA. Now, my predictions of this race is going to be, I haven't seen a lot of people drive, but I heard that Timo, the new driver from Speed Force Racing League, is very fast. So I'm putting Timo in the top 3. I'm going also with Toby. He was very strong last week. So Toby in the top 3. And I'm going with Big Bonds also in the top 3. So we have a driver from almost each league except for the Syndicate Racing League in the top 3. Quite interesting. We're going to see one safety car, I'm afraid. Afraid. Safety cars are always interesting to see during, different strategies, of course. So let's get straight into the race. First, we're going to have a little promotion video from our sponsor, as our sponsor is let me have a think. KGL, I think it is. KGL Labs. So let's have a quick look here, as we will have the promotion video coming up right now. All right, guys, so that was a little bit of an introduction video by our sponsor. As you can see on the bottom of your screen, the sponsor's logo is on there. So make sure to check them out if you want some race equipment. I think they are mainly for PCs, but doesn't really matter as we're getting straight into the qualifying right now. It was going to be a short qualifying and we will be seeing a lot of people already on track. I think there is about 15 people on track already, so this is going to be a little bit chaos throughout the field. There we go, Thomas. That's great. All right, so who do we have on the lap right now? We are seeing the Everyone's Welcome Racing League driver, lap 5566, as he is on a fast lap, hopefully. And he's, ooh, the sun is shining very harsh there, and I mean, it's awful to see the track right now, because the sun is shining in your eyes, you're gonna get blinded. I mean, it's a video game, but if I, you know, here's the thing, when I'm playing MLB, right? MLB, the show. It is always chaos because you never see the ball coming because there is sun in your eyes. So that's always difficult, and I think it would be difficult for these drivers too to drive here in COTA with the sun shining in their eyes. This lap is coming around the last couple of corners. He looks like he's having a very fast lap at the moment. A 130 to come into the last corner. That is probably not going to be pole, but definitely not a bad lap for the Everyone's Welcome Racing League driver. He will be putting himself in P11. So let's go straight to Big Bonds, who I thought was going to be in the top 3 during this race. He hasn't set a lap yet as he invalidated this lap, unfortunately. We also have Energy Dan on an out lap, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people still putting on another lap. There's a lot of people coming into the pits as we see that Toby has put the fastest lap with 5/10 in front of P2, which is actually Fate. So I hope Toby is gonna make me proud. I'm guessing he's gonna be P1 in the actual race. But yeah, I mean, looking at his pace here in the qualifying, a 133.1 is absolutely not too bad. Let's have a quick look with the guys at the back here as Bonds is gonna start his lap. Hopefully, I'm not too sure if he's warming up his tires to start another lap or if he's just cruising around, coming into the pits to set some new tires on his car. It seems like he's going for another lap. So here we go for Big Bonds. He's coming around the last corner to go down the main straight. And we will have a quick look with his POV and analyze the track a little bit. Hard braking zone to your right, as it is going to be turn 1, which is quite a difficult one. Don't take the outside line there, as your tires might get degraded a little bit more because it's a little bit raw out there. And yeah, I mean, there are some stones, I heard, from the actual F1 race last year. So definitely not a suggestion going on to the outside line into turn 1. Then you've got these S's here, which is quite difficult to master if you're not really on a racing wheel. Right now, a lot of people are probably on a controller, as F1 is also a possibility on controller. So yeah. Now coming down this long straight, which will be a good overtaking opportunity for a lot of people, hopefully, with the use of DRS and ERS. We're seeing that Big Bonds is actually using all of his ERS down this main straight, as I think he is running no ABS, as we saw him a little bit trail braking there coming into turn 12. Now long right-hander to go with a hard braking zone to your left side. And then you've got a little bit of a straight to go into the long right-hander, an easy corner where you can easily spin. And I do think that a lot of people are going to be crashing out there, because that corner really makes your tires overheat, and that is a thing. Now coming around the last corner is going to be a 135.7 for Big Bonds, so I don't think he's going to be setting the pole today. After seeing that lap, we saw that he was pretty fast during, I think he was their last race too. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems like someone has left the chat. I'm not too sure who that is. I might have to check on my chat real quick. I'm gonna be having a look real quick. It doesn't seem like anyone has left the session. Right. Now, Energy Dan coming around the last corner to hopefully set a pole time here. It is not going to look like it, as he is running a 141.2, That will be not the best time he has been setting this evening. And now trying to go for another lap here for the Speed Force Racing League. It seems like he took the first corner pretty well out there. Trying to gain some time here in Sector 1. Not too sure where it went wrong last lap with his 141, but he's trailing by 3 seconds on the other drivers. So, well, on the second last place, which is actually his teammate Xander. And I think I know Xander from the SA South African F1 League. Not 100% sure. I think I saw him race out there. But let's have a quick look with Energy Dan as he is trying to go for another lap here. Speed Force Racing League driver. The Speed Force Racing League team actually needs a lot of points as they only scored 2 points last week. With I think it was Logan being in P2. P2, what am I saying? Scoring 2 points, which is actually a P9. And then we had Sekuljovic getting that P10 of Marlon, because Marlon had a penalty. Unfortunately, he got a 5-second penalty for overtaking. Well, for an illegal overtake going off track, so that was not really what he should have done. I think there is a mistake here with delivery of Aldebaran, as he's running a different red than all the other guys are doing. So we must definitely have a look at that later during this race. But where has Energy Dan put himself? 16, P16. So that is not going to be something to look out for during this qualifying. Starting from P16, you might be able to make a lot of moves into turn 1, but especially here in COTA, you want to make a move. Well, you want to be up front in qualifying, because the further you are at the front, the more chance you're going to have at winning the race. I mean, tracks like COTA are very difficult to make an overtake on. I mean, not really, but you're easily getting overtaken again, right? So let's say you're going to be making a move into Sector 1. And coming into Sector 2, you've got that long straight, so yeah, you're going to be easily getting overtaken again, and possibly 2 overtakes. You know, if you're leading into Sector 2, and there's 2 people behind you, they both have the DRS, and it might be a 3-way battle coming into turn 12. Which is the turn right after the long straight in Sector 2. Coming around this last corner. Is it going to be a good lap for Strux? It seems like it. A 135.2, as that will put him in P16. The grid is not too far separated from each other. Only Toby is taking the lead by quite a big margin, as it is going to be 4.5 tenths for the Racing League Esports driver. Now Martin has put himself in P4. We didn't see him last week, as Martin was not able to connect to the lobby. It was a little bit of an issue from my side, I'm afraid. But yeah, hopefully he can put a good result in here today for the Speed Force Racing League team. Seems like Superstar is also on a lap, but he's not going to be able to improve, I'm afraid, as he is already running behind on his time coming into Sector 3. So right now coming into the pits, as we are going to be focusing on Lap, who didn't have a great start of his race here. So it is going to be a 134.9 he has to beat, and I do think that's going to be able to do so. Yeah, he is indeed 0.3 of an improvement, as that will put him in P13. Let's go straight at the back, as we're seeing Linus coming into the pits. I'm not too sure what's up with that. He might have lost connection there. Yeah, he hasn't set a time yet, I'm afraid. Strux is improving by 0.8. This will be a great lap from the Syndicate Racing League driver, as he's coming around this long right-hander. Tried to take a tight corner into that one, but it doesn't seem like he was managing to do so. Now coming around the last corner, he's coming into the pits. He was up by 0.8 and decides to come into the pits to try and put some new tires on and hopefully put on a better lap. He still has 4 minutes to go, so he has to be fast, as this is quite a long track. Xander seems to be lagging all over the place a little bit there, and that might be something the stewards have to look at after the race. G Superstar now in P11, 134.4, as I'm afraid he's not going to be able to improve, as he is already... I'm going to have a quick look with his tires. He's already on 2-lap old soft, so he's definitely not going to be able to improve. Let's have a quick look with Timo here, as I'm afraid he has already put his qualifying lap in, so I don't think we should be focusing on him because he's not going to put a better lap in, of course. Toby seems to be on an out lap. And is he going to be able to improve? Is anyone going to come close to Toby? That is the question. There's still a lot of people in the pit lane, actually all the way from P4 until P9 are still in the pit lane. And I'm afraid there's not a lot of time yet in the lobby, in the qualifying. So it might be a possibility that they're not going to be able to put another lap in, or it will be chaos in the last couple of seconds on this track. Toby taking a good line coming through the last corner, coming across the line, and is he going to be putting a good lap in? I'm pretty sure he is. Toby is a very good driver right now, and I mean, it's not really interesting watching the pole setter set another pole time, but I mean, there's not a lot of people still on track. Maybe Subaru, as he's coming into turn 2. He's got his teammate right behind him, and he might be able to get out of the way, because otherwise he will be costing his teammate a little bit of time, and I'm afraid that is going to be Toby. I'm afraid that's going to be Toby, and this is a little bit chaos from the Racing League Esports team, as they have got another driver right in front of them, and that might have been Linus. This is going to be Subaru. Can I have a look where Linus is? Yeah, oh no, Linus is the guy right behind Subaru. All right, so Toby is improving. He is improving. There are three drivers in the top 10 who are trying to improve their time. There's a lot of people still coming out of the pits right now. Fastest second sector for Toby. 0.2 of an improvement already. Coming into sector 3. Will he be able to improve a little bit more here on his time? And will he secure that P1 in the qualifying? He takes a good tight line throughout this corner. Doesn't take the wide turn there. And now coming through this difficult corner, because you need to brake hard, but you also don't need to brake hard. It is a very difficult corner to master, and whenever you're capable of doing so, a 132.7, this is going to be what you're getting when you can get that last corner well nailed, of course. Now Biceps Army, he is not improving, as he is 3 minutes and 40 seconds already on track, but he is probably on an out lap, as he has 0 lap hold soft selected. Alright, he will take a wide turn to have a good exit coming out of that corner and hopefully set a good lap. I'm going to be focusing on some other teams. Alex Trent, who is improving by 0.5. That will put him possibly in the top 8, maybe even in the top 7, maybe even in the top 6, as we've got Logan with a 133.9 and D Bro with a 134.1. Trent not improving anymore, I'm afraid, as he is 9/10 slower into sector 1. I think he's running a controller. I'm not 100% sure, but his steering looks a little bit stiff. Energy Dan, who is improving by 1 second, and I think that was his previous lap already. Big Bonds improving by 0.2, coming across that first sector line. He also has a little bit of stiff steering throughout the track here. Who has come across the line? It seems like that is going to be Martin. Is that going to be Martin? I'm not 100% sure. But it doesn't seem like everyone's Welcome Racing League has their strongest lineup on the grid right now, as we're seeing no one except for Romeri in the top 10 at the moment, as it seems like it's filled with drivers from Racing League Esports, Syndicate Racing, and Speed Force Racing. Big Bonds is improved. Oh my days, Linus puts himself in P1. He only needed 1 qualifying lap to do so, as he's going to put a 132.7, so not too bad of a lap for the Racing League Esports driver. And this is going to be a 1-2 for RLE, but maybe Big Bonds can change that, of course. I mean, he was having the fastest second sector. We know this game sometimes has some glitches with the fastest second sector, as it shows a purple sector, and it is not going to be a lot of an improvement, 1 position for Big Bonds. There's still a lot of people on track. It seems like Alap is not improving, but he might be able to improve in sector 3. He's got a Syndicate Racing League driver right behind him, as it seems like Strux put himself in P8 right now, just coming across the line. So we've got 3 drivers from the Syndicate in top 10. We've got 4 drivers from Racing League Esports in top 10. And we've got 3 drivers right now, as it seems like a driver from Speed Force Racing League just came across the line. Romeri is the only one from Everyone's Welcome who's coming across the line to put himself in a P10. Biceps Army. No, he's getting pushed back. I think one driver came across the line. It was going to be Logan, and he's going to push Biceps Army back to P7. Is there going to be any more change? It seems like the only driver who will be able to improve is Soul Collector, but that is not going to be the case. So this will be your qualifying standings, as it is looking a little bit mixed up front, but we have got 2 drivers from the Racing League Esports team in the top 2. Now looking at this, as I said already, 2 drivers from RLE in the top 2. Then we've got Fate from Syndicate, Timo from Speed Force Racing, and Hargreaves from Syndicate. Redemption from Hargreaves today, that is going to be the question, and I think that is what we are going to see in the actual race. Now going further, we've got Logan, Biceps Army, Martin, Strux, Romeri, who is the only driver from Everyone's Welcome Racing League who is going to put himself in the top 10. Then we've got Bro, Soul Collector, Lap, Aldebaran, Superstar, Alex Trent, Energy Dan, Big Bonds, Subaru, and Xander all the way in P20. I wonder what strategy everyone is going on. I'm going to show the strategy thing real quick, as we want to take a look what my strategy prediction would be. I think a medium hard would definitely be a good suggestion. Maybe a hard medium would also be a good suggestion. Starting on the softs, as I said already, with such high tire degradation rate and tire overheating probability, I don't see it work. I don't see it work starting on the softs. Maybe if you think there's going to be a very early safety car, but I don't think when there is an early safety car, you've got enough time to come into the pits and gain positions due to that decision you have made. You know, going on to the softs, you've got soft selected. You're going on and take a few positions, but let's say there is going to be a safety car around lap 2 or lap 3, and you have to come in again. You are not going to get 20 seconds on the guy you just overtook. So that is the risky thing with softs, because I mean, you do have the advantage of already made it a pit stop, but you will have to take those hard tires until the end of the race. And I mean, as I said, 3 laps, you will have to put 25 laps on those hard tires, and that is going to be a big challenge for the drivers. So medium hards could work if you've got a safety car around lap 10, and then you easily made the overtake on a couple of guys going from mediums to hards. Hard mediums is for a late safety car. So also it is to make sure your tire overheating probability is not coming into play into the first few laps. That is the thing. As we will be going off the line here, as I'm not too sure if the drivers are already getting off the line. It doesn't seem like it. It might be that the lobby is glitched a little bit. We will be waiting another couple of minutes before restarting the lobby, of course. Now, everyone is set on track, as we need to wait for one driver. I'm not too sure which driver, because last week we saw the same. And one driver had to leave. It is Xander, it appears like. So Xander is going to get kicked out of the lobby. Joka, can you or Joka, you need to tell me how I need to pronounce your name, but can you please invite him back over? If he is not able to... Ooh, Linus also has left the session. I'm not too sure what is up with him right there, but make sure to invite him too, as that is going to be our pole sitter, and he has been dropped out of the lobby. Looking at the tires, it is going to be mediums for both Linus and Toby, so they will not be working together. Well, they might be working together, but it might be a little bit chaos out front there. And we've got hards for Fate, Timo, and Hargreaves. Medium for Logan, Army, and Martin, as it seems like there's some sort of groups forming with the tires. You know, it's not like medium, hards, hards, medium, 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 hards, hards, medium. You know, it's like medium, hard, medium, hard, medium, hard. And that is, I think it is good to see different battles, you know. You're going to be seeing the top 2 battle with each other. You're going to be seeing top 3, well, the P3 all the way to P5 battle with each other. You're going to be seeing P6 to P8 battle with each other. And all those groups are going to be battling with each other. So it might give some great racing out here. And looking back, you've got Romeri, Bro, Soul Collector, who are all on hard tires, and you've got Lap, Aldebaran, Superstar on medium tires. You've got Alex Trent on hards. And then the only driver who started on soft tires is going to be Energy Dan. Pretty interesting strategy from Energy Dan, as I told him not to, but he is going to. So that's pretty interesting. Bones in P18, starting on the hards, and you've got Subaru and Xander on the medium tires. Guys, if you like this stream, I do this every day. Yoka, you don't need to invite me anymore. Well, not me, but Xander. As he doesn't have good Wi-Fi, unfortunately. Yeah, you cannot. Well, he has been dropped out already a couple of times, so I think he's just gonna cause some lobby glitch or something if you're gonna be inviting him again. He has been disqualified, actually. Pretty interesting. I'm not too sure if he's on... Where is he, actually? He's not on track, so this might be a lobby glitch. Pretty interesting, doesn't really matter. Yeah, I have no idea what I was saying. Oh yeah, if you like these videos, make sure to follow the channel, as I post daily videos on such races. Linus and Xander, who both got disqualified, pretty interesting. It's lights out, and away we go. The lobby is glitched again. When are they going? And they're going off the line right now. Who has a good start? I'm not 100% sure. It seems like Toby has a bad start, getting chased from two guys behind him. And Fate is going around the outside, gets pushed off track there a little bit. It seems to be going all clean throughout the first corner, as nobody has crashed out of the lobby. Coming into turn 2, it seems like there is a Racing League Esports driver who has crashed out, and that seems to be Bro. Now going back to the front, is there going to be a move here from Timo on Fate? It does seem like it. They're keeping it clean though, but Timo has those hard tires selected. Logan on the medium tires need to make this move happen as soon as possible, and Energy Dan already made a couple of positions. Now we are seeing a move here from Biceps Army on Martin. They're gonna crash, they're gonna collide with each other, and we are seeing Biceps Army getting dropped back a couple of positions. Martin is gonna try and make the move on Aldebaran, and Logan has made the move on Timo. These two are teammates, so Speed Force Racing has been represented by a couple of guys now in the top 10. Martin, who is in P8, and we've got Aldebaran, who's having a little bit of battle with Energy Dan here, and that's quite remarkable because Energy Dan is running soft tires, so he will have more tire grip throughout these corners. Going to the back here, Subaru, who has to gain a couple of positions because I'm not too sure if he has been spun out or if he spun out himself, but he came all the way from the top to the bottom. Now Biceps Army with a good run on Big Bonds here, and that was clean racing for Big Bonds there. Big Bonds, who was on I mean, he just left the room there for the Racing League Esports driver to get past. Now we are seeing Aldebaran, who has made a move on Lap. These two are teammates, so we don't want to see too much battling between these two. Toby, who has taken the lead from Fate with already 2 seconds, so we might be able to see a big blowout win by Fate here by Toby here today. Now going to the front, as it seems like Timo is catching up to his teammate Logan, who is on medium tires. So Logan is possibly going to try, and we are seeing here Romeri is trying to make a move down the inside on Hargreaves there, but it is not going to be an opportunity. Now Energy Dan, he is running those soft tires. He already gained a couple of positions, but not enough to be able to benefit from those soft tires. He has gained 6 positions. He came all the way from P17 until to P11, and Alex Trent just has been overtaken by G Superstar Lap, who has made the move back again on Aldebaran. Nope. It seems to be 4 drivers who have to disqualify due to a glitch to have a restart. It's in the rules, so yeah. Apologies. Biceps Army in P17. He is having a battle with his teammate, actually. Or he might have had a little incident with the guy up front. Now we've got Superstar Strucks. Both drivers have a little incident there, and they're getting dropped back all the way to P17 and P18. So they might be a little frustrated there, as it seems like we have a yellow flag, but it is not going to be a safety car. Hopefully for Toby, I mean, he already has a lead of 3.3 seconds. Aldebaran, who has made a move on lap there, as these two are more battling with each other than actually working together with each other. And Hargreaves, who had to leave the toe off Timo there, looking back at the tires. How is it looking like? Hargreaves, who is running hard tires, so I mean, he should keep up with the pace of Timo, but Timo and Logan are working together with each other and hopefully getting that DRS there. Romeri, who was looking to make a move, but it was not going to happen. Energy Dan still working with those soft tires, and he's probably going to be able to get a couple of positions on the board, but he has to hope for that early safety car pretty soon, because I mean, as I said already, going from soft to hards is the only way that could work for the Speed Force Racing League driver. I mean, also from soft to mediums, 2 mediums could work, but then you have to hope for 2 safety cars already, and I think there's a small chance of having that here with a reduced safety car. Now Logan, pretty close to Fade, he has caught up to the Syndicate Racing League driver, and it seems like there are 3 drivers in the top 10 by the Syndicate Racing League team. There are 3 drivers from Speed Force Racing League in the top 10. Did I say top 3? I meant top 10, by the way, with Syndicate. And there is going to be 1 driver from Racing League Esports in P1, so he's going to score a lot of points for his team. 15, if I'm not mistaken. And Syndicate, I mean, they are represented quite well, but Speed Force is trying to get back to the top teams, as they were only trailing, well, they were trailing by 24 points on Syndicate, as they only scored 2 points last week. But it seems like Logan is trying to make a move on Fate here. These guys are going to keep it clean. He was throwing it down the inside there, but Fate left enough room for the SFR driver to get past. Now, going through these S's, it seems like Logan is keeping it clean, though. I mean, you've got a lot of dirty air, but he can keep up with Fate pretty easily here. Lap, who has the first penalty of the evening, as he's going to score a 3-second time penalty. Now, Logan, is he going to throw it down the inside? It seems like it. Into turn 11. Is that going to be moved on? Who will have the DRS? That is the question. Let's have a quick look with the telemetry. It seems like Logan will have the DRS, so he might be able to make a move down the inside, especially on those medium tires, and that will be moved on for Logan. Now, Timo was not able to benefit. Oh! Fade down the inside, and that is going to be moved on. A little bit of a touch there from Logan, as Fade, I mean, beautiful racing here. He throw it back down the inside, and he is really battling out here, trying to get Hargreaves back into the top 4, because the more these guys are going to be battling with each other, the more the guys behind are going to be able to recapture that pace. I mean, Logan, who goes a little bit wide there, might caught a little bit of a track invalidation warning, and will have the DRS once again, but he doesn't have a good exit coming out of the last corner, and he's not going to be able to make the move here. Maybe he is if he throws it down the inside, but I don't think he is going to. It's going to outbrake him a little bit, because you need to watch out, because the driver in front of him has hard tires and Logan is running on medium tires, so definitely need to watch out there. Position changes. We are seeing that Logan gained 3 positions already, so he's hungry for more. But hopefully he's not going to cause anyone to crash. Aldebaran, who's pretty close to Soul Corrector, it seems like he's trying to catch up with the Syndicate Racing League drivers. And what I'm seeing from this race, it seems like the Everyone's Welcome Racing League is really consistent during the race. They're losing a little bit pace during the qualifying, but during an actual race, they're climbing up the ladder and just gaining a lot of positions. There's a yellow flag, and that seems to be Bicep's Army. I'm not too sure if he got crashed out or if he did crash himself, but into Sector 2, into the S's, as Aldebaran is making a move around the outside. I'm not too sure if Soul Collector has the DRS. It seems like it. Lap is a little bit too far behind. Oh, and the guys up front are battling with each other again. Fade and Logan. Seems like they're going side by side, so we might have to look at Timo's POV to see this beautiful battle on track. Logan, who's going to try and make the switchback work, still going around the outside. Fade defending the inside line into this long right-hander. Oh, guys, this is beautiful racing. Again, Logan with some beautiful racing. Last week, we saw him having some beautiful battles with Aiden, and today it is going to be Fade. And I mean, Timo is just going to benefit out of this. These guys are battling with each other. They're wasting their tires a little bit, and Timo just has to drive right behind them and just cruise around, you know. And Romeri 5/10s behind Hargreaves. So I mean, Martin is getting chased from behind by Aldebaran and Soul Corrector. It's Aldebaran who is actually very consistent during the race here. I mean, he has already gained a couple of positions, I'm afraid. He has gained 6. We've got Romeri gaining 4. We've got Lab gaining 3. And we've got Big Bonds gaining 4. The only driver from the Everyone's Welcome Racing League who has lost some positions seems to be Superstar. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that is going to be Superstar once again, as he is trailing by 25 seconds. Bro with a 3-second time penalty that will come into play during his battle with Big Bonds. 110 between the two, 210s, as Big Bonds is trying to defend the inside line, now goes around the outside, and that will be a move done by Bro there on Big Bonds. Now going back to the front, as it seems like Timo, ooh, still trailing right behind Fade. Hargreaves is not catching up really, as he is still 2 seconds behind. Now looking back at a P9 here, Soul Collector, Big Bonds seem to have made the move back again on D-Bro, as it will be Bro without DRS here, I'm afraid. He almost outbrakes himself, but luckily he did not went into the back of Big Bonds. Oh, Strux! That is very unfortunate. He was having a clean battle from which I saw with Biceps Army, and unfortunately he lost traction coming out of that corner. Now it seems like Romeri is pretty close to Hargreaves here, so we might be able to see a move onto the start-finish straight, as the drivers will have DRS, and I think Hargreaves really has some good exits coming out of the corners. As we can see here, I mean, coming out of the last turn, he gained so much time on Romeri, which actually makes that DRS irrelevant on the actual straight. Thank you, by the way, Doran, for the follow. I appreciate the follow. If you haven't followed the channel yet, make sure you do, as I post daily videos, daily league races on such racing, of course. Now D-Bro making a move back again on Bonds, as these two will have some clean battling throughout the field, and hopefully get back to Alex and Subaru, as they're trailing by a couple of seconds, 3 to be exact. Going back to the front, Aldebaran, who is still trying to chase down Martin, and he might be able to now. Martin will not have the DRS, Aldebaran will have DRS. Coming down this long straight, he has a big opportunity, but Martin has made a gap of 5/10 already, as I think, oh my days. He's even gaining more time down the straight, even with Aldebaran having DRS, so I don't think we will be able to see Martin getting overtaken on the main straight, because he's probably running 0-0 wings or something, which makes your car very fast throughout the straights. It seems like Big Bonds has a bit of a lockup there at the left rear tire, and these guys are still battling with each other. Beautiful racing from everyone actually. I didn't see any incidents into the first few corners, but it might be that a couple of guys. Logan, no way, he caught a 3-second time penalty, as that once again in the same corner where he had a little bit of an invalidation earlier. A warning, of course, as Hargreaves still trailing by a couple of seconds. Energy Dan is going to come into the pits to go probably for hard tires. I'm going to have a quick look what tire he will be going on. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3, and that is going to be Strux. So Energy Dan, what tire is he going on? Hard tires is the tire he will be choosing. He doesn't think there's going to be a late safety car, and I don't think either, when these guys are battling so beautifully with each other. Martin getting spun there by Aldebaran. He needs to get back on track as soon as possible to make sure he's going to score some good points for the Speed Force Racing League driver. Right now, parks the car a little bit on the line. He has to watch out for the drivers behind, because he's got Subaru right behind him. But I'm 100% sure he has overheated tires. Crashing into Sector 1 is going to cost him a little bit of time, as Big Bonds and Biceps Army are having another battle. Strux, who comes into the pits to select 0 lap old mediums. Now the question here is going to be, is Romeri going to be able to overtake Hargreaves? Big Bonds and Biceps Army are now having a battle with each other. Big Bonds, who had a battle with Bro earlier, but he is trailing by 2 seconds right now, as Biceps Army on 7 lap old mediums hopefully has better traction throughout the field here in Sector 3. Now makes a big dive bomb there, beautifully done. Oh my days, as Big Bonds took the outside line and he left the room wide open for Biceps Army to make a move. I mean, that was the most beautiful dive bomb I've ever seen. And especially with those medium tires, they're lasting a little bit longer than I expected, as the guys will have to come into the pits around lap 12. And I mean, 7-lap old mediums, they did their job, and that was going to be moved on into turn 16, I think. 15, 14, I think it's 14, not 100% sure. Now Romeri has a good line throughout the S's. Will he be able to make the move on Hargreaves? It seems like it almost loses his car there. Had a big correction, and that is not going to be a move for Romeri right now, as he's trailing by 5/10. And we saw Hargreaves already gain a couple of tenths onto the straight, and he's going to do the same right now. Is there going to be able to make a move? Is there going to be a move anywhere here on the main straight? Alex Trent, who has the DRS, hopefully. Not 100% sure. It seems like it. Subaru, who is trailing by 9/10 on Martin. And Martin is really trying to create that gap again. He's trailing by 3 seconds on lap. So he really has to hope for a safety car here. And maybe get a penalty for the guy that crashed him out. I'm not 100% sure who that was. I think it was either Aldebaran or Romeri. It might have been Lap, I'm not 100% sure, but they definitely collided into Sector 1. Martin, who has made the gap of 1 second to Subaru. So Subaru is not able to keep up. And it seems like these hard tires come into play right now, as Trent has gained a couple of tenths here on Subaru. Will have the DRS coming into the start-finish straight. Biceps Army is also coming into the pits, as he's gonna try and go for an undercut on these guys. Choose the hard tires, and I'm not too sure if there's gonna be a safety car, but hopefully for Biceps Army there isn't. Strux, who goes for soft tires, is gonna try and get the fastest lap on the board here for the Syndicate Racing League team. They will not have that fastest lap counted, as he didn't finish in the top 10. Of course, we're seeing Strux all the way in P18 with 1 minute and 4 seconds trailing. Coming into Sector 3, it seems like Timo and Fade are still having a heated battle with each other. Logan, who had to drop off the pace of had to drop off his own pace, because he's trailing by 2.7 seconds right now, as he couldn't keep up with the pace of Fade here, who seems to be in P2, as it is going to be once again a good result for the Syndicate Racing League team. Toby, 10 seconds in the lead. 10 seconds in the lead. He is on mediums though, so we might be able to see these guys getting a little bit closer once they are on mediums. But right now it doesn't look like anyone is going to be challenging Toby, and they might take a big lead here in this race. I mean, they're going to score 15 points, but if you think about it, Fade will score 13, Timo will score 11. I'm not 100% sure what the points are. But yeah, I mean, I know you can do the calculations yourself on the left side of your screen. Alex Trent, MP12 on the hard tires. Sorry, by the way, if I was a little bit quiet. I was having a look at the Discord chat. By the way, guys, if you want to join the King of Leagues Discord, there is a Discord link in the chat. Well, in my info panels. So just click the link and you will be able to join the Discord. Might be able to sign up your own team if you have got a team, as we will most definitely be doing a season 2. It seems like, I mean, this is not too bad. We're having drivers keeping it clean throughout the field. Unfortunately, a couple of crashes, and we might have to wait until F123 is out, because this lobby was most definitely not great, as we had Linus and Xander. I mean, Linus was the pole sitter, So it's very frustrating, I understand, for the German driver. But yeah, unfortunately, the rules say that it has to be 4 drivers or more getting affected by the glitch to be able to make a restart work, and it was only 2. So yeah, yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag in sector 2. That is gonna be Energy Dan, I'm afraid. Energy Dan who spun. Oh no, he was looking at a great result, but I'm afraid he's not gonna be able to overtake a couple of guys who came into the pits, and he will have to trail by a couple of seconds actually, as he is 7 seconds behind Biceps Army. So I'm afraid Energy Dan is not going to be able to make a move anytime soon, but we will be seeing a move from Alex Trent pretty soon. I'm pretty sure, you know, Alex Trent, he has been on these hard tires for 11 laps already. He's gonna have the DRS down the main straight 5/10, and he's gonna have a good run. Will he make the move in turn 12? Will he make the dive bomb work? It doesn't seem like it, as we've got Subaru outbraking the Syndicate Racing League driver. Now Subaru, with those 11 lap old mediums, when are they gonna start dropping off? Because, you know, the medium tires, high tire overheating probability here in Coda, and also high tire degradation rate, and whenever that's the case, you cannot stay on these medium tires for a long time. It seems like Logan is also coming into the pits, so the question is going to be, where is he going to come out? Logan, hard tire selected. Subaru is coming into the pits, and all these medium tire runners are coming into the pits. Where is Subaru going to end? Where is Logan going to end? Logan is going to end right behind Bro, so this might be a big problem. Strux retired from the session in the pit lane. That is great. Well, that is great, because we don't want to see anyone retire on track on purpose, of course, because that is going to cause a safety car. Subaru is going to drop back all the way to P15, I'm afraid. The only driver who is going to be able... I mean, he might be able to make a lot of overtakes when he is on fresh hearts. And Romeri, who is going to come into the pits first? Is it going to be Hargreaves, or is it going to be Romeri? I think it might be Romeri. Here's why. You might be able to make the undercut work, but for that to work, you will need to be on these tires a couple of more laps. But then, of course, Hargreaves is going to try and prevent the undercut from working, of course. But you never know when Romeri is coming into pits. I don't think he's going to come into the pits already, because as you can see, these guys, the longest runner on these tires was Toby, actually, and he has been on these tires for 12 laps. And where is he going to come out? Is this going to come into play? He is gonna be in front of or behind Hargreaves. He's gonna be in front of Hargreaves. But oh my days, he has cold tires right now, so he will be a little bit slower, but that freshness of those tires is gonna come in the rescue, of course, and they will be heated already coming into these S's. G Superstar had a little crash earlier, as I'm afraid I'm not too sure what happened, but I think he crashed a couple of times. So yeah, that's why he's all the way in P17, but he's still battling, still hoping for a safety car, and still hoping for some good points on the team for the Everyone's Welcome Racing League. As there's still a lot of people to come into the pits here, so we might be able to see Aldebaran and Lab gain a couple of positions again, as the top 2 has to come into the pits. Hargreaves, Romeri, and Soul Collector also have to come into the pits. Also does Alex. So that is going to be a great surprise. What position was he before the crash? I'm going to have a quick look. He was actually in P19. Logan now with a beautiful move on Bro, as Bro makes the switchback work. They're going side by side into turn 13, and now Logan is having some issues with Bro who did not leave enough room for Logan to get through. Now Bro is gonna shove it down the inside again. I'm not gonna say this is beautiful racing, but it is racing. They're going side by side into this long right-hander. This is chaos. This is chaos. This is chaos coming into the last couple of corners. Who is going to push who out? It seems like Oh my days. Oh, he came back on track a little bit dangerously there. I'm talking about Logan. They're still going side by side. This is chaos, but Bro takes the lead here. Is Logan going to shove it down the inside? He's going around the outside as he will have the use of DRS. Bro, who still takes the lead here. Logan is going to try and make the move down the inside. Now around the outside into the S's. As Superstar was in P17 or P19. It's either a glitch from the game or... Ooh, Logan has to watch out. He has to watch out. He's a little bit too close there into the S's. Bro, who is... Let's have a quick look with the tires. Bro, who is on 14 lap old hard. So, I mean, Logan doesn't really have to take the risk. Just make the move around the outside or inside down this long straight. Now he's going to try and make a move on the inside, but it wouldn't work. I mean, you know, Bro has those old hard tires, and Logan is just battling someone he shouldn't be battling with. So just wait till the last straight you're going to be getting, and then take the lead here in sector 3, because he's going to have a big lead right now, because Bro can battle with him, of course. And we've got some Everyone's Welcome Racing League drivers in the chat. Well, drivers, supporters, super fans, fangirls. Come on, Everyone's Welcome Racing League. No, that's a joke, guys. They're doing a good job. I mean, we're going to be seeing Aldebaran and Lap gaining a couple of positions. Maybe Bonds too. No, I don't think Bonds is going to gain a position. Soul Collector, who's coming into the pits. Hey, no way. No, that was a joke. That was a joke. Thank you for the follow, by the way, Chum Chum. Chum Hum, sorry. It was a Chum Chum. Chum Chum. I have a guy in another league. He's called Tuk. I call him Tuk Tuk because of that little wagon, you know. It's called a Tuk Tuk. Or a Chuk Tuk. What's it called? Like, it's in Taiwan or the Philippines or something there. I don't know every country out of... Thailand. I think it's Thailand. I'm pretty sure it's Thailand, actually. Oh, there are some 2 battles. Here we've got Aldebaran having a battle with Bro. And we've got Romeri having a battle with Hargreaves. We might be able to see Romeri making a move. Logan has made the move on Alex Trent. But Romeri now has the DRS. But it's not going to be a move, as it seems like Hargreaves really has a good straight line speed setup. And now Aldebaran still having a battle with Bro, as it seems like he has made the move done due to a good exit coming out of turn 11. And the DRS here down the main straight. Aldebaran has fresh and hard tires, so Bro might have to think of coming into the pits. A little bit of an incident here between Logan and Trent, and it's the 3rd time already we saw Logan. Well, last week we saw Logan having some clean battles, and during the beginning first laps of these races, we saw him having some good battles with, I'm not 100% sure who it was. I think it was Fade, but then having a battle with Bro and now with Alex Trent, it seems like he's having some contact with these guys, and I hope nobody is going to get affected by that, as he takes another wide line throughout this corner, and Trent is coming into the pits. 15 lap old hards for the driver. Romeri is coming into the pits for medium tires. Ooh, he gained a couple of positions, I'm afraid. I think, although he was right behind Logan, I think. So we might be able to see Aldebaran give that position back to Romeri. Romeri, who is cold tires, has to watch out for going wide there. Soul Collector, who is pretty close to Lap. He has those medium tires selected. Lap, 5 lap old hards. He will take them with him till the end of the race, as it is still going to be 11 more laps after this lap. It seems like the Racing League Esports driver, yo, what have I missed? You have missed a lot, my friend. We've got the pole sitter disqualified from the race. We've got the last guy on the standings also disqualified. Well, not the standings, but the qualifying. And we've got the Everyone's Welcome Racing League gaining a lot of time and positions here during the actual race. They're I said Everyone's Welcome Racing League. They're very consistent during the race, not battling too much, but really gaining some positions during the essential corners where they should be making the overtakes, or down the main straight, as we're seeing Soul Collector now making a move on Lap. Lap, don't worry, you will take these hard tires with you until the end of the race, and maybe Soul Collector is going to be struggling on the mediums. We are seeing Toby getting overtaken by Fade, as Fade still has to come into the pits. He's gonna slow down. What is Fade actually doing? He might hope for a late safety car. Ooh, he might hope for a late safety car. And is that going to be the worth risk taking? I'm not 100% sure. Toby, who seems to be pretty close right now. I hope Fate is not going to cause Toby to crash out, because that would be very dirty. And you know, guys, keep in mind that drivers can get a flagrant fall, and that means your league is going to get banned out of the event. So make sure you're not going to crash anyone out of purpose, and that way your league is still in the event. Of course, there's still one more race on the board next week, which is going to be Brazil with a sprint race. Oh, apparently Aldebaran is not going to be 5 laps ahead, as we've got Toby, Fate, Timo, Logan, all of these guys in the top 4, as they're really having some great pace right now. Aldebaran, who qualified in P14. So that is not a great qualifying for Aldebaran, as he lets Romeri through. Romeri has those fresh medium tires, and Aldebaran is just going to cruise along with him, try to close that gap. Fate, and oh, it seems like Fate is coming into the pits right now. How many times is he gonna lose? How many positions is he gonna lose? He's possibly going to lose one on Timo and also one on Toby, of course. 18 lap old hearts. Hargreaves pretty close to Aldebaran. 3-second time penalty again for Logan. These are some big penalties. He has to watch out. Because, I mean, let's have a look at the penalties. 6 seconds penalties for Logan, as Romeri has only run 3. Now Hargreaves down the inside of Aldebaran there, and that is going to be a move. Fresh tires for Hargreaves, and he might be able to make the move on Romeri. I think Aldebaran should have defended a little bit more there. Energy Dan, who now caught a 3-second time penalty. Bro, who is making the move on his teammate Subaru here down the inside. Subaru is just going to back out of it. But yeah, I mean, Hargreaves might be able to make that move on Romeri very soon, because Aldebaran was not able to defend the inside line there into turn 1, and Martin now with another 3-second time penalty. And it seems like here in COTA we're seeing a lot of penalties, a lot of 3-second time penalties, which are not big, but they could become big when you get another penalty. You're seeing Logan now with 6 seconds. He's gonna drop back a couple of positions. Hargreaves is definitely gonna get into the top 4, as we are seeing Romeri and Logan both with a penalty, and then we've got Timo. So yeah, I mean, Logan, he is a clean driver, he is a safe driver, but he's not consistent during the... Well, he is consistent drive pace-wise, but he's not consistent penalty-wise, as we're seeing him battle with Romeri right now. That is most definitely true. Fantastic. I'm very happy to have you guys in the league. I'm happy to have everyone in the league. I mean, it's not really a league, it's an event, but I'm just used to calling it a league because I had a league myself earlier, a couple of months ago. Right now I'm a commentator. Ooh, Alex Trent with a good run into the last corner. Oh, they're going side by side. Beautifully done. Subaru is such a clean driver. Alex Trent tried to go down the inside, and he also left some room for Subaru there. So this is the moves we like to see from these guys. You know, in an actual league, drivers might get a little bit competitive with each other, seeing each other each week all over again, each week in, week out, and they might be able to not leave so much. Ooh, Energy Dan retired in the pit lane. I thought there was a crash, and I thought there was going to be a safety car. Ooh, going back to... where was it? Here. Romeri trying to make a run on Logan. But yeah, as I said, what was I saying again? Week in, week out. Yeah, okay. So week in, week out, the keep it clean. There is a driver from Speed Force Racing who crashed out, I think. There's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Not too sure who that was. Well, doesn't really matter. Yeah, so week in, week out, they're keeping it clean. But sometimes things snap during the race, and I don't think you've got that during events like this. You know, they want to both keep it clean. They want to both finish this race, and when that's not the case, I don't think you should be participating in an event. We saw, well, Logan having a good Ooh, Romeri has also a 6-second time penalty. Now Hargreaves is gonna, well, I'm not gonna say most definitely gain 2 positions, but they're gonna have a good run once again, Syndicate Racing League, as they've got 3 drivers in the top 10. Subaru having 3 seconds here, as that is gonna be his first penalty. Biceps Army is possibly gonna get 1 position on the board for Racing League Esports, as it is going to be depending on this battle. Romeri and Logan, who is going to capture that P5 position, because P5 is going to score you, not 100% sure how many points, well, it doesn't really matter, but Romeri definitely needs those points for the Everyone's Welcome Racing League, as they're having a tight battle with Racing League Esports drivers, as they're currently in P1 and in P8, so they're gonna score big points on the team, but so is Romeri and Aldebaran, hopefully. Seems like Romeri has some troubles here. Not too sure what's up with him, but he's lagging a little bit across the track, as he has to leave the toe of Logan a little bit. Hargreaves has to watch out for Romeri there, as it seems like the grid has spread out a little bit. Romeri still trying to make the move down 3/10 into the last sector, coming across the last couple of corners. Still 6 more laps to go. Who will come out in P5? Because these guys are most definitely going to be losing a position to Hargreaves, so they're battling for P5 instead of P4. And we're seeing a big lead from Toby, 15 seconds on Fade right now. Fade, who is a little bit driving in no man's land, as he is 10 seconds in front of Timo. Timo, who is trying to give the DRS to Logan, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but Logan really needs that DRS. And there is some Speed Force Racing League team plays coming into play here, as we've got Timo slowing down a little bit. He's gonna speed up again, and Logan might not have the DRS here. Oh, this is beautifully done by Timo. He slowed down a little bit there for Logan to have the DRS, and this is beautiful team play. As the rules state, teams can play with each other. Well, oh no, that's that is a, oh, that was, no guys, that is the language barrier that comes into play. No worries, but teams can work together. Well, not a team with a team, but drivers from a team can work with each other, but a team cannot work together with another team. Very friendly teams. I'm not 100% sure if you're sarcastic or not, but everyone seems to be pretty clean out here. Right now, Romeri pretty close to Logan. Timo, is he going to be trying and slow down again here, down the start-finish straight to give Logan a DRS? Because I'm pretty sure that Timo is going to have the pace to get a little bit away from these guys. He's running different tires, I think. Not 100% sure. He's running different tires. He's running 5-lap-old mediums. Romeri actually 6-lap-old mediums, and he's not able to make the overtake on Logan. So he is running fresher tires. He is running better tires, faster tires. And Logan is just keeping it clean. Subaru with a 3-second time penalty, as he finds himself in P14 with 9-lap-old Hearts. And it would be crucial for a couple of guys to have a safety car right now. It seems like Trent, who really needs a safety car. Bro, who's pretty close to Martin. Let's have a quick look at that. Coming into the S's. Bro is going to slow down a little bit to leave some room to Martin. But we want to go back to Romeri here, as Romeri is trying to make the move on Logan. He almost outbrakes himself. He goes for a tight line into that corner. He now makes the move. I'm pretty sure he's going to have the straight line speed. Logan has better straight line speed. He also has the DRS. And Romeri, once again trailing. He doesn't have the straight line speed. He has to do it throughout the corners. But the corners are not easy to make the overtake work. They're not coming in handy for the Everyone's Welcome Racing League driver. And Speed Force Racing is sitting pretty good with a P3 and a P4 here for the team. But of course, Logan might be able to drop back a position to Hargreaves. Hargreaves, who is just keeping it clean behind these guys. He doesn't have to push or anything. He doesn't have to... I'm back. There we go. The Muffin Man is back, guys. Make sure to drop him a follow if he has a channel. Well, he probably has a channel, but probably not a streaming channel. Bro, who's pretty close to Martin. He might be able to make a move onto the start-finish straight here. bro who also has a penalty. So we're gonna have a quick look with the penalties, as that is. Hargreaves who makes a move on Aldebaran. No, Aldebaran makes a move on Hargreaves. No, wait. I totally missed it. I have no idea what happened there. Logan, who's now struggling here. And Romeri might be able to make the move. 110 between the two. And I really hope for the Speed Force drivers that they're not going to crash out. What's been happening? Well, a couple of crashes, but nothing too severe, as nobody out of the top 5 has crashed out. Yeah, I was thinking the same, because Aldebaran was 5 seconds behind, you know. But now, Hargreaves down the inside on Romeri. Oh, Romeri really doesn't have that straight line speed. Hargreaves is coming back onto the racing line. Logan is going to let... Timo is going to let Logan go through. I know this. Oh my days, this is beautiful team play. You know, Timo, he has those medium tires selected, so he's going to be able to battle with the guys behind and try to create a gap for Logan, because Logan has 6 seconds penalties. Debro, who now makes a move on Martin, we might have to switch over to that, as this is a clean battle. It seems like it might not have been, but it doesn't seem like anyone has a penalty. Romeri with a 3-second time penalty. He is gonna drop back a position, or 2. He's gonna drop 2, as we've got Biceps Army without a penalty. The Everyone's Welcome Racing League is, I'm not gonna say fucking up here a little bit, but they are messing it up a little bit with their penalties. But hopefully they can get a good result in Brazil. Right now they don't have anyone in the top 5, and they're probably... Ooh, no, they're not gonna have anyone in the top 5. Big Bonds, who seems to be crashing out, or is it G-Star? I'm not 100% sure. I think it's Big Bonds, MP15. And these guys can forget it with a safety car, because the safety car is not gonna come out anymore if anyone crashes. I'm not 100% sure, actually. Biceps Army, pretty close to Aldebaran. He does not have to make the move. Biceps Army does not have to take the risk. He has that 6th position in the back anyway. And this is not going to be team plays from Speed Force Racing. I thought they were going to be sending Timo out on a mission to defend on Hargreaves and try to create a 6-second gap so that Logan can get P3 and Timo can get P4. And hopefully Hargreaves with a P5, but it seems like Syndicate is going to score another good couple of points here. They are currently in P2. They're probably going to finish in P4, as we are seeing Logan with a 6-second time penalty. Romeri is going to drop back a couple of positions, but he has caught up to the guys up front here. And you know, we might be seeing Romeri crashing someone out of nowhere. And the most ideal thing, well, I'm not gonna wish for it, of course, but event-wise, you know, point-wise, close battle-wise, it would be Romeri crashing out Hargreaves. That would be the ideal thing for the other leagues. But of course, I'm not wishing anyone this, as of course we don't want anyone to get crashed out. Yeah, it would give a little bit spice in the event. Romeri, don't crash him out right now, I swear. I'm gonna break my monitor, I swear. This is not... Oh, Biceps Army pretty close to Aldebaran. Yeah, I mean, I said it. He just has to keep it clean, you know. Aldebaran, who's trying to create a 9-second gap to Romeri, but I don't think he is going to. Look, there's still 2 more laps to go. Toby, who is really taking the lead here. A good lead for the Racing League Esports drivers. And it's still a 4-way battle here. No, I'm not assuming that. Oh, as we're seeing a move from Hargreaves on Timo here. Oh, Timo keeping it clean. Logan a little bit cutting off Timo there. Oh, who is going to be getting that P4 position? Actually P3, because if Hargreaves makes that move on Timo, he's going to get a P3 for Syndicate Racing. No, I'm not assuming everyone. Well, everyone to crash someone out, but you know, it's a heated battle. Still 2 more laps to go. I'm not assuming that Romeri is going to crash him out, by the way. It's just a heated battle, and sometimes drivers can make mistakes. I'm not really pointing out to someone. It could either be Timo or Logan crashing out Hargreaves, or Hargreaves crashing out someone else. So still a four-way battle here. These guys have been battling for how many laps already? I think about 10, and they kept it all clean. I mean, this is, oh, Romeri, oh, here, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. You know, close racing can cause this kind of stuff. He almost outbraked himself here. Romeri now tries to have a good run coming into turn 11 and doesn't have a good exit as he has to leave the toe on Hargreaves. Hargreaves is not going to be able to make a move into turn 12. And I think this is going to be the only battle we will be seeing today. And the guys, you know, I think the guys are also a little bit slower because they want to keep it clean out on track, you know? And that's what is making Aldebaran and Biceps Army has a 3-second time penalty. No way. That might need to get looked at. Romeri, oh no. 12-second time penalty for Romeri. He can't forget that position on Biceps Army and also on Aldebaran. And Romeri, I mean, everyone's welcome. I told everyone that they were clean and they were consistent during the race, but right now these penalties are coming into play for the team. But we are seeing penalties from P6 all the way to P12, so they don't have to worry on their current position, except for Romeri then, because he has 12 seconds. These guys are still pretty close to each other. Biceps really has to make this move on Aldebaran. And Hargreaves has to make a move on Timo. It seems like he's losing the toe a little bit here. Might have caught a penalty there. Well, a warning, not a penalty, because that would have come... Oh no, Logan with a nice second time penalty. That is going to come into play. He might lose a position to... Biceps Army retired from the session. What has happened there? Where is he? Where is he? Is he in the wall? We can't see. We can't see. He might have been into the wall, as that is going to be big points lose for Racing League Esports. Coming across the line, we've got Toby winning the race. So we need to focus on this battle here. Toby almost misses it. Now Hargreaves is going to try and make a move around the outside. Timo, what am I saying? Toby. Timo. Timo still defending the inside line. Still defending the inside line. Onto this long right-hander. He's going to get the position. Hargreaves cannot make the move. Logan still going wide. Yellow flags. Hargreaves will get a P4 for Syndicate Racing. Romeri will possibly lose a couple of positions. Aldebaran P7, Soul Creator P8. Aldebaran is going to gain a position to Romeri though. Bro, in P9, is he going to lose a position to Lap? I'm afraid he is. And Martin might gain a position too, as that will be a P10 for the Speed Force Racing League driver. Bro, who's going to drop back all the way to P11. Alex, who doesn't have enough time. Well, he does have enough time. He has plenty of time, as he's got 27 seconds behind Bro, but he's not gonna gain a position. I don't think I can look at the position changes. I can actually. So we are seeing the top 5 only gaining 1 position. And here's the thing. Hello, Rene. Or Ren, or whatever it is. Welcome, Likai, by the way, too. But the top 5 only gained 1 position because the pole leader has DNF'd. Well, disqualified. He came into the race in a P1. He got disqualified because he lagged out. Then you had P1 all the way to P5 gaining 1 position because he had been dropped back. Aldebaran, who is driver of the day. Congratulations to the Everyone's Welcome Racing League driver. And this will be your standings. You can do the calculations yourself. Of course, on the left side of your screen, you can see the points, well, the points for every team. But yeah, you can see here, Logan from P6 to P5, Hargreaves from 5 to 4, Timo from 4 to 3, as he also gets a fastest lap point. So that is great for the Speed Force Racing League team. And we've got Fade in P2 and Toby to get your race win here. You know, the thing is, Racing League Esports are going to gain a lot of points, but they lost some points with Biceps Army crashing. Or Subaru, I can't quite remember who it was. I think it was Biceps Army. Further, we've got Aldebaran in P6, Romeri in P7, Soul Collector in P8, Lab in P9, Martin in P10. He gets a point on the board, so crashed out quite early in the race, but he got a point on the board, so not too bad for Speed Force Racing. Bro in P11, Alex in P12, Subaru in P13, Biceps Army in P14, Big Bones in P15, Superstar in P16, Energy Dan in P17, Strux in P18, and unfortunately these two were not able to make a race out of it because they got disqualified due to them lagging out of the lobby during the formation lap. So going back to the front, I hope everyone has enjoyed this. Even as if Dobie gets a 10-second time penalty, he is... Oh, wait. Fade. Oh, Fade had a 5-second time penalty, but he's not going to be losing a position. And we have to think about who has had a 5-second time penalty added to their race. I'm going to have a quick look. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Hello, I'm VB Thomas. I'm going to have a quick look in the actual incident outcome. Who has a 5-second time penalty? So, 5-second time penalty added for Biceps Army. That might be in the previous race, so that will not be counting. MCFC will have a 5-second time penalty, but he is not going to be racing anymore. Marlon had a 5-second time penalty last week. Matt G has a 5-second time penalty. Ooh, Strux has a 5-second time penalty added to his race. Not too sure where he finished today. And then that's going to be it. So, guys, this was going to be King of Leagues Race 2. We're going to be back next week in Brazil. It's going to be a sprint race, so points to grab. As I still need to think about the point system. Will it be the same points to the sprint race than it is going to be to the actual race? You're welcome, Joka. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Will it be the same points for the actual race than it is going to be for the sprint race? Well, other way around. Is it going to be the same points for the sprint race than it is for the actual race? Or are we going to be changing the points? I need to think about that. I might be using 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As I think that is going to be the most fair because the actual points the drivers get for winning a race, the winner gets 15 points. P2 gets 13. I'm not 100% sure. Doesn't really matter. But this was going to be your Coda Grand Prix. We saw some beautiful battles. Beautiful battles, but also some unfortunate battles. I mean, I'm not going to say a lot of guys couldn't do anything else, but I do think that we will be seeing some reports today. I'm afraid. But that is going to be for next week, as I thank you very much for watching. This was VB Thomas as your commentator, and I will see you guys next week. Peace out.